Welcome to Altero, a world filled with romance,
seduction,
danger,
oh no, watch out,
intrigue,
ooh, what's that about?
night creatures, ow, secrets,
Shh, I'll never tell.
and of course, food.
Yummy.
So join us in Altero for Eat, Slay, Love.
Eat, slay, love.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Altero and Eat, Slay, Love here on the Quest Keep channels. If you're joining us on Twitch, hello. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome in.
They don't get a hello?
No.
No.
Okay. You get a welcome, but not a hi.
Everyone is welcome and everyone consider yourself hellowed.
Hello.
In the meantime, we will
Good day.
That's a good day.
Trevor, got announcements going. Go. Housekeeping.
Housekeeping. Hello.
Dramatic shift in energy.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, all those things. Please comment. We'll get back to you. Let us know what you enjoyed about the episode or what you didn't.
Tell us why you hate us.
Tell us why you hate us. It's catching on. If you'd like to help support the channel, the best way to do so is on Patreon. Go to patreon.com. Oh, Quest.
Sorry.
There it is.
I was like, what? Oh,
It's a thing.
slash.
Go back to, holy crap, almost 2 years ago. Bloodlords, watch that. You know what we're
Watch a
talking
whole other series that's not even Altero.
about.
Yeah.
There you go.
But it's fucking great.
It's very fun.
That's only 4 episodes. But I guess the most lingering effect of it has been Patreon. You can get a bunch of bonus extras. It's the best way to support the channel. Thank you so much for those who do, and for those who don't, go check it out. You're gonna get more of these idiots doing. I point away, but I'm one of them. Us idiots. We idiots.
We, the few idiots.
Yeah.
We idiots. And that's great.
Doing things.
Making faces.
Otherwise, go to beacons.ai/questkeep to get links to our affiliates, get some stuff for yourself while supporting the channel at the same time, and follow us everywhere. We're QuestKeep all over the place. Wherever you're looking at content, type in QuestKeep and find us there. Most places, not everywhere. If we're there, it's QuestKeep.
If you want to include yourself in these idiots, like with the pinky.
That's how an idiot would do it.
Yeah.
This guy.
No. You got the
Who's got
thumbs
two pinkies?
and the pinky, so you can
And it's
point
also
at
an
3
idiot.
people. Just the one pinky.
One pinky.
Just the one
Oh,
pinky.
yeah, there you go.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I guess I'm not including you. I gotta include you. You're part of this.
This is how you include people.
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, we play this game in the fantasy homebrew world of Altero, created by Matt and Ross, but we would like to acknowledge the privilege to work, play, and create on the traditional territories of the Musqueam people, and we encourage you to go to native-land. Native-land. It's the dash. It's the anyway. .ca. Learn more about the
Hyphen.
world. Yeah, hyphen. It isn't just a dash.
Native-lands.ca to learn more about the places that you inhabit. That's the one, right?
Yeah, I already said it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Fast.
Just check it.
With a sweet map interface.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
It's very,
Very informative. And we go back to Altero.
We'll get you.
Probably not.
No.
I accidentally did it once, I think.
Oh!
I accidentally joined in something other people were.
I have
Fun doing.
never been a joiner.
I don't like fun.
I like fun, I just don't like people.
Yeah.
Well, there's some people we do like, and a lot of them are on board the Parliament.
Oh.
They are a
segue.
crew of sky pirates who travel around, mostly Orleana, but they go around the rest of the world as their missions take them. Mostly to do good, but also to make money. You know, you gotta do a little bit of A to do B and a little extra bit of B to do A.
pirates with hearts and chests of gold.
Yeah, literally.
Take it how you want it.
I mean, Strix has golden skin, so.
Yeah. Take it how she wants it.
Yep. So she's here introducing all of you. She's a warlock. To her patron, Moat, the mistress of thundering echo. And in order to truly meet her...
Oh. So I just got that was an acronym.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
We're smart guys here.
Whatever.
So many things have been over my head. It's all right.
You're barely paying attention sometimes.
So her
What?
name is
Yeah.
actually Mistress of Thundering Echoes.
Yes.
And she goes by Moat.
Moat, yeah.
Is she incorporated or
Yeah, trademark.
Yeah, right.
Little TM after, yeah. You can buy her merch. Yeah.
Big M, small
smoked by
O,
Moat.
big TE.
I got smoked by Moat. All I got was this last t-shirt. Tunic.
I mean, and what if you did get a bit smoked? She's got a lightning attack that is super rad.
Yeah, we got zerped by that a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has not
My
recharged.
hit points right now. I feel like I took a few
I
Yeah,
took
you
quite the
took
hit and
some
big blows there.
quite well.
That sword is 3-4 times your size,
Yeah.
and you took a hit from that or two.
And the goal here is to participate in combat against Moat. Somewhat, you're feeling like maybe to prove yourself to her, or what is this element?
Yeah.
But you know that when Strix goes to her, they start their interactions with combat. And Moat is smiling and excited and vicious, but also thoroughly enjoying this encounter. And it is in a bit of almost like a dream state. You stepped away into the clouds and flew off of the airship, but you have entered into a space that is outside of time.
I'm actually at full health because I did a lay on hands
Right.
right near the end.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think I might have done a Groove is in the Heart at somebody at some point as well.
So we pick up back into our combat order.
Oh. Yep. Sorry. Just
Go
realized
ahead.
something I could do. No. Go.
So just to remind ourselves, for the initiative order, Alla, you had a sweet nat 20 on
I
your
sure did.
roll. Anthem, you followed with an excellent roll as well, and you're all at the top of the order with Moat. Strix is hanging back and watching this happen, but you can see her mini there. She has this one. Here's Alla as a reminder. Guess this one's Moat, just in case.
Yeah, I guess.
Anthem, you're here with the back. You guys are doing some sweet
Yes, but I
flanking.
believe I'm up on her shoulder.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it, but yeah.
Nah.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't want to. Well, do we want to? Let me see if
Wasn't Anna been flying?
I was, but
those are there.
I had to break that concentration to cast another concentration spell.
Oh,
Right.
As you can see.
right, for your weird hentai monster.
It's not a hentai monster. Those are technically eye stalks.
Doesn't change it.
I tried.
Find out if Moat is
Just going for a good view. Do like a colonoscopy today. It's fiber optic.
Oh.
Gross.
There, you're up on the shoulder.
Nice.
When you stare
grand.
into the abyss stares back. The colonoscopy story. Okay, whose turn is it?
Butt cameras.
Wow.
Oh shit, we're starting to get to that age.
Nice.
Suck.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, Len always hits the table, and I just wanted to make sure
Oh,
that
sorry.
everything was
Sorry.
good. I was looking at the...
Oh, we bump all the.
Yeah, we're good. We're
Go
good.
around kicking all the cameras over. Okay, we're back at the top of the order.
Settle down.
I'm fine.
Colonoscopies make me shake the room.
Shake the room.
Whose turn is it?
I think we're at the top of the order.
Oh.
That's me.
Or I didn't leave a note. So
Yeah, that's fair.
Cool. We're
I
going
didn't
to the
take
top
any
of
of
the order.
I assume I either stupidly did not leave myself a note where we left off, or is it Moat's turn?
Who knows? The audience, probably that too.
Yeah. I thought.
I'm sure you picked a moment to
And
cliffhang it in some degree. We should have checked the tape.
It's Moat's turn.
But we did it.
I'm gonna make it Moat's turn.
The audience is like, what the hell did this happen?
It's fine.
Dungeon Masters, we all make mistakes. Yeah. I got you. Just jump in, whatever. It's
Also,
her
Dungeon
turn, 'cause
Master
she's
is
in
never
charge of
late.
this now.
Also, in this regard, it's not just we own this together because all of us could review the film because we record ours. So
But at the same time, it's her reality, so it's her turn. Where's she at?
damn, layer action.
Oh wait, what? Oh crap. Well, that wouldn't be on her turn.
Oh, word.
You can only do layer actions on
It would
someone
be
else's
before
turn.
Alla's turn. Alla goes before Moat. Okay, so
Oh yeah, I have inspiration. Oh yeah, don't forget to. Oh no, I used mine. Interesting.
do.
You still have yours?
do.
Do you still have a heroic inspiration?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Heal.
Heroically be inspired.
Oh
But
right.
First,
I gave one to Strix last time.
receive greatsword strikes.
Mm-hmm.
This one is a 29.
Hurts.
You will take damage. Yes.
Soul barbs.
She has a plus 14 to her attacks. Yes.
Oh, whatever. I'm trying.
Nat 1.
Oh, the best silvery barb. Best possible result.
You suck, jackass! Aw.
No, I'm in her ear, so I just went, protect your neck. And she went, huh?
She probably would laugh at that and be all like,
She just starts doing this. She's like, it's for the children.
amazing.
It is. I'm just saying it is.
I think with a nat 1, I'm going to not give her the second strike
Sick.
to honor the
Oh.
crit failure. So she usually has 2 greatsword attacks. Instead, she will.
Glances off my shield.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give Onovan advantage on his next attack
Ooh.
roll. So
Thank you.
spell or
Thank you.
Why am I? I've had so much coffee.
slap.
You notice, though,
What?
that
Oh.
she doesn't swing. She laughs at your thing, but in like a fun way. She's like,
Haha, you're all right. I'm gonna stab you in the neck though.
she's into it.
Ooh.
She would be.
Dying?
You notice, though, that around her, a crackling, like when you first arrive, starts to sort of fire up again across her body.
No. I'm in a bad position for this.
She can't do it this time, but the turn passes to Anthem.
Oh, perfect. I am gonna stab you in the neck though. I have advantage. That's yes. Bam! Ooh, that's very nice. So, I will. Someone is here. Okay.
Chris.
Oh, good. I say I will stab you in the neck though, and my gauntlet will glow, and I will. And that is a. Wait. Oh, that's 5. So 23.
Hits.
Nice. I'm doubling down. I'm gonna wink at her head. I'm at the side of her head. I'm near her ear.
Tee-hee.
Okay, so I have to roll a bunch of things. That these.
Roll a bunch of things.
Damage.
Donovan, you'll be on deck.
Okay.
Okay, so that is nice. That is 8 magical slashing. I said stabbing, but whatever. Plus 7 radiant for the initial attack, and then I'm going to use my
Doubling down and I'm using my things.
Using all the things, fighting the sexy giant beast
Finding out how much
lady.
damage Anthem can bring. Oh, I'm doing the stuff. I'm stacking up the damage I can do. Okay. Plus, bam, bam, bam. Whoop. Plus an additional 18 radiant from the gauntlet. And... wrong character sheet. He's got more than one character sheet? Yeah. Yeah. Have you been paying attention?
Yeah, 3d6. That is 11 psychic damage.
Boosh!
Protect on that. And for my second attack. Ooh, 15.
Miss.
Okay. Shaky up here.
Yeah, she takes this damage and it's pretty intense. So she actually is like, and kind of steals herself. When you come around with the second one, it just glances off the side of her throat.
All right. That's me.
Good turn. Oliver.
Okay. I am going to do a little sorceress psionic finagling and spend spend 4 sorcery points to do a 4th level casting of dissonant whispers.
Ooh.
And that is gonna look a little something like this. Yeah, that's right. That's the one. Yeah, so I just and
You're going to have terrible tinnitus after this.
she needs to make an intelligence roll, intelligence save of 16.
13.
Excellent. Please proceed to take.
She's a +3 intelligence. Not too shabby.
Yeah, pretty good. She passed. She
better than me.
passed. Oh, I'm so sorry. It is a wisdom save of 16.
Oh, different story. I'll give it a reroll of the die. She will succeed.
Okay. Thank you. I wanted to be honest there.
Thank you. She's a +9 to her saving throw on wisdom.
Damn. Yeah, that's fine.
Half damage?
Target takes half as much.
Yeah.
And doesn't have to move away.
Okay, so she can stay where she is in her own
Yeah.
domain, but she still takes damage from the whispers.
And that is.
I'm using Excel to chart out her health, and it's just like minus, 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 minus. You got little columns. Scroll, scroll.
We were told some resistances and immunities for her. What were they?
Ooh, thunder.
Na 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 na.
She takes 13 points of psychic damage.
She's immune to lightning and thunder, and she's resistant to cold.
Right. Okay.
That's very funny.
13?
Yes.
Thunder, lightning, the way you love me is frightening.
Feel the thunder.
Knock on wood.
Anything else, Ottoman?
Oh yeah, him. Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've taken all my actions, and now my little guy gets to take some actions too.
He's just a little guy.
Hey, keep that at home.
Not actionable at the table.
Takes a spell slot to whip it out.
It's not at this table.
Not this table. Let's see here.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Tentacles.
5. Let's see here.
Cast colonoscopy.
Let me ask you a thing. Does that advantage to attack or like attack rolls extend to my beholder?
You should ask the DM. Because
Let me ask you something.
That's a call.
Because it was, what is the reading on the, it extends to, you give it to somebody
advantage
as.
from silvery barbs. So it is. You can then choose the chosen. Wait, you can choose a different creature you can see within range. You can choose yourself. The chosen creature has advantage on the next attack roll.
You have to choose it.
So it'll be me, I'll say.
Yeah.
That's
Unless,
fair.
Anthem, working with Onovan in combat, this is
that
why
thing
we're
needs the help.
made fun of him the entire last time. I just mean like,
Oh, this fucking thing.
right? Also, this is about practicing some of your new abilities. So
Distraction.
if you think that you would have, you also know how Onovan attacks. It's a lot more saving throws that the other
That's true.
creature
Yeah.
makes than it is often direct attacks, right?
Yeah.
Versus
Although
this creature.
the silvery barbs also gives you advantage on if you have to make a saving throw, so you can
I can like.
hold onto it for yourself.
Yeah. That's probably the wiser.
Attack roll,
Bending
ability
of it.
check, or saving,
Saving
throw
throw.
that you make within.
So maybe then what we could say narratively is that you feel the lightning is recharging, and if she hits Onovan,
It's bad.
yeah.
Yeah.
so
yeah.
you give it.
Yeah.
So you have advantage on that saving throw.
Excellent. So this is
If you would have made an attack roll, you would have to use it though.
got it.
So it's on the next roll of those 3 that you make. Period. That's the silvery barbs. That's how it works.
two
How the,
You're doing it wrong. But
two eye attacks coming in here,
I'll turn him around. Pew, pew.
and they might.
That's why he misses all the time. I got him turned the wrong way.
Thank you.
Yeah. They're just going all over like. Boo, boo, boo.
That would be 23 to hit for the first one, and 20 for the
They both hit.
second.
oh my god!
Thank you.
All it needed was a target 3 times its own size.
It just needs little glasses. Can you make him some little glasses?
Just a big monocle. It comes from the void.
Yeah. Big monocle and then a bunch of little monocles.
So cute. And weird. I love it.
Mr. Moneybags mushroom.
Mr. Moneybags mushroom.
Yeah, I don't know why that came out.
I like it. Mr. Moneybags mushroom.
23 points of psychic
Ooh,
damage.
this thing did 23 points of damage?
Yeah.
Hey, Ira.
As it just and sends like 2 like eye rays at her.
This thing works really good in weird dimensions.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Makes sense.
That's where I'm a Viking.
Yeah.
Feels closer to home.
At the conclusion of Onovan and the... Does the creature have a name?
It does.
You named him, right?
It is an aberration, so no. Yeah, it's better that we don't say its name out loud.
Do you know Bob?
We don't talk about Bob.
No, that's Bruno.
We come back around to Allah.
All right. Yeah, I am. Swing my sword.
Advantage.
Good thing. That is a 22.
Hits.
Okay. And I'm gonna charge that with a level 2 Divine Smite. So it's D8 plus.
For the powerful Agrippina.
Yeah. There was a bit more Australian.
It was. I'm not good at Kiwi accents.
Well, I think it's more of a voice that combines mostly Kiwi stuff. It's got some other stuff in there.
Oh yeah, it's not a real voice. It's from Altero.
It's a real voice. You're a real person.
I hear you.
I feel so seen.
Find my 3d8. Something like
Get her.
All right, let's give her. That's not what
What would you? Whatever.
I'm on it today, guys. Okay. Okay.
Watch him be like,
That's awesome. That's 26.
There you go.
stop rolling.
Oh.
Because as you come down with this is your sword, right?
Yeah.
Your sword attack. She'll catch it.
Oh, and I did my divine favor, which also
excellent.
adds 1d4 radiant.
It's
like,
it
I
has
was
to get
already
rolled.
And I still have another attack.
I know, you don't need it.
Said stop.
I know, but I just like putting all this on here.
That's fair.
It's called Stang.
Put some stank on it.
Yeah?
+2.
Nice.
She's dead now.
It was only an extra d4.
It's like she caught it, but now a trickle of blood.
Little like
Penny shows up.
she catches the sword. She says, "This is enough."
What? We're stopping?
Hell yeah!
What?
And you watch as she's just sort of like, and she stretches out, and all of these injuries and wounds. You hang
Shakes
on.
Anthem off. Yeah.
I'm holding on my sword that's lodged in her.
Yeah. And you watch as she starts to that crackling electricity and energy gets absorbed into her and starts to heal her wounds.
That's a nice trick.
Yeah. And she looks out at all of you and she says, "This is such a fun adventure. Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah, no problem.
yeah. Yeah, thanks.
Strix, you bring such vigorous friends."
I'm gonna sit up on her, like, pauldron.
Nice. And Strix will saunter over. What would you like to do with the...
Oh, just
Yeah.
gone.
And do you want to come over with...
I will. Yeah.
As I see it start to disappear, I just give it a thumbs up. Because it did good this time.
As it like sinks into a black pit.
Just a little tentacle.
It's like a little BB-8.
But it's like, you're like, where did that come from?
The thumb turns open, another thumb comes in.
It's got Monk's face.
Help him trap in the
Release me.
Tell my story. Okay. Amazing. She says, "Strix, do you come with a question?" And Strix is like, "Mistress, I come to present, but I offer to the slayers of convenience a question. You may ask the mistress of Thundering Echo a question."
Each or like one for the group?
Strix looks up at the mistress of Thundering Echo, and Moat is like, "You have been so delightful.
Wait,
You're
that was a question.
very That will be your question. But I will grant the other two a question each."
Oh no!
Oh, I love
Cool. I mean, that's pretty classic me, let's be honest.
I'm not precisely sure.
What you've done is double the number of questions.
Oh, okay.
I'm not precisely sure what your area of expertise or power is. So.
And Strix is like, "Well, dear, don't ask. I can tell you that she does have some knowledge of the domains of the gods, which is why I'm hopeful that there might be something that you could ask her that she would give you information about.
Oh!
Although she is not a god herself directly, she does interact across the different realms and domains.
You know why Marissa's trying to kill herself?
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Yeah, but
She does also know about worlds beyond this world,
Okay, so what are the things we need to know? I'm asking you guys.
Strix is like, she's gonna be like, Mistress, maybe we should walk and let them debate so you don't accidentally overhear a question.
Oh, yes, just let's list out the things that we need information about.
Indeed. We know we need information about what to expect in the Feywild.
Yes, we also need a means to get there, although Hammerlane did say she was working on that.
Yes.
I don't want to just rely on Hammerlane. It would be good to be like, hey, Hammerlane.
There's lots of ways to get to the Feywild.
Okay.
I would imagine so, but I can't think of any off of my head.
We need to know.
Wait, I
I mean,
can.
we got
but
money to pay somebody. We're going to a big city.
It's true.
We need to know more about Moressa's motivations for why she doesn't want to be the goddess anymore. We need to know more about Zurge. Really, we don't know all that much. We need to know what's his name, Elesio Enerva, his whereabouts.
Yes.
Or something you're planning.
Yes.
Yeah. I think we should be focusing on bigger questions than that.
Okay.
More
We only have two.
more cosmic, I suppose.
Speaking of cosmic, we could ask something about the nature of the great threat that is coming if the goddess dies and then the goat shows up as the herald of the great thing. That thing.
Who's turning down the saturation on the moons?
Oh, that's a really good
That is
question.
a very
Yeah,
good
yeah,
one,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Okay,
Who/what?
so we know how to get
What?
to the Feywild, so we don't necessarily, or rather, we could find other avenues.
Yeah, that feels something that, yeah.
Yes.
I agree. That feels like something we could probably figure out on our own.
Yes, so what is causing the desaturation of the moons, besides the answer just being Zurge? Do we want to be more specific about it?
Maybe how is it happening is more important. Because, yeah, then we can know what we need to do to stop, not just who's doing it.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah,
Gives us more questions of where are they? How do we stop them? Versus
yeah.
how is this?
How is it happening? What is the process by which it is occurring?
Well, the other gods have kind of led us towards the Fae, so I don't think we need to ask about where is the goddess. We can pretty much understand that Moress is in the Fae, but I am curious if there is knowledge of the motivations of why she doesn't want to be the goddess anymore.
Yeah, that's kind of my biggest question right now.
Okay. I'm willing to use my question about that.
I
Okay.
feel like that, and I mean, if she even really is, because like Zurge that told us that, you know, but like that, I feel like that, you know, knowledge of that motivation will be useful.
What's the best way to ask that? Is it sort of like is the goddess like? Do we want to know if her life is in jeopardy by her own hand, or do we want to know?
I think if we just ask about the motivation, because that will like either we get a motivation or she wasn't motivated to it, and it's just something, you know. Either way, we get the answer.
It's very interesting that when you in a situation like this, you have so many questions, but then the minute you are forced to pick just one,
It's really
at a loss.
difficult. Yep.
the mind is such a fascinating thing.
I think Moress and the Moons.
Yeah.
I feel like both of them open the door to, well, a lot of other questions, but also.
Let us ask about the moons first, in case the answer involves Moress,
Okay.
and that may inform how we ask it after.
Sure. You want to ask that?
Oh, yes. Okay.
Hi, thank you so much. Sorry, we needed to. There's so many things going on with us.
She's only got a little bit of the plastic to stick her feetsies.
Alec gets knocked out. We will. Ah!
Good thing I already asked my question.
And you can tell the way Strix and Moat come back is that they are playing the system a little bit, right? Where Moat wants to help you and wants to help Strix, but also she's sort of bound by the rules of this game.
Yeah.
Which is that she is allowed to answer a question when someone defeats her in combat in her own realm.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what just a little bit of the vibe between her and Strix as they come back is. And Strix is like, we arrive back from a short constitution around the fluffy clouds of this made-up realm where I draw power from.
Olivin.
Yes. I want to ask.
She gets like down a little lower. Yes.
What is causing the desaturation of the moons?
It is so interesting and peculiar. And it is connected with the sickness in the Feywild. Where they also are losing color. But it is because the goddess stays there. And her sadness.
Okay.
We need to bring her back.
Yes, we intend to bring Maress back. Not a question.
Yes.
Can I see if, when I say that, it looks like she doesn't have any inkling of like, oh no, I mean Gloria. Like it's not a, yeah. Because I was about to go, wait, do you mean this one or that one? And I'm like, oh wait. Just stay statements.
No, I should say, when Maress returns. But she is also, as I understand it, in the Feywild, difficult to, I don't want to say corner. I mean, I would be upfront about it, but I'm pretty direct.
Yes.
Yeah, I like directness too.
Yeah, I appreciate that quality.
Oh,
especially
sorry.
at this stage of my life.
Maress is like, the harder you look for her, the more difficult she is to find.
Oh my god, that's been our whole journey. It's been like that. It's so annoying.
Yes, it is.
So we just go to the Feywild and fuck around a bit, and eventually.
We could certainly try it that way. Sounds kind of fun. Okay.
Well, maybe
you know,
because
go
you are so
fuck around
connected.
and find out.
Yeah, we will fuck around and hopefully find out.
I am frightened of what we might find out.
We have heard that Maress no longer wants to be the goddess of love and has hired an entity known as the Master 17, or 17 for shorthand when you're kind of friendly, to assassinate her, essentially, and end her godhood.
I have heard it.
Yeah, we
Said similar.
Oh, interesting.
Are you asking if I know more than that?
I am framing a question.
Go on.
So we have heard this. We heard this from the god Zurge. So we don't really trust him because he's in bed with Hest and Tyrcare.
Her eyes light up. She might know more on that train, whether it's true or not, but she waits for you. Mm-hmm. Choo.
And we are trying to save Maress because we are all, well, yeah, we're very pro-love. You're not anti-love, that's not what I'm saying, but
I am pro-love.
yeah. Oh, good.
Have I not made that
Yeah, I
clear?
think it was pretty clear.
I'm just, yes. Sorry.
You can be pro-love without it being, wanting it necessarily for yourself.
True.
Or gooey.
But the gooey is the fun.
Who is the sauce? Yes, so we've heard this from Zurge. We've also, in our dealings with Master 17, there was this, what at the time looked like a goat, but it was actually a much creepier entity that was representative of a great darkness that would come. Yeah, a herald of a great darkness that would come if the goddess of love is to die. So we know that there's more hinging on this than just the absence of love, but So it's important to us to save the goddess, and if there is a sense of loss or something she is missing that we can help to replace, or oh, do you know how we can save the goddess of love?
I think I didn't quite hear you. Because I know that Strix would have told you not really to ask yes or no questions.
And then just start sweating, flop sweat.
It sounds like she didn't hear that one.
Yeah, let's just go with the original phrasing of it, of why
Right, sure.
does she live. Oh, Onavin?
How do we save the goddess of love?
I think I know a little bit more than you. I don't know that I know exactly how it has to be done. I've got theories and ideas. I mean, the world is always everyone down there is doing their thing and having a good or a bad day. But, are you okay?
Yeah. That moment was actually pretty great. Because it's like, oh, I know the thing to ask, and then it's a do you know? Yes. Boom.
Guess I'll die.
After spending all that time to try to age.
Yes. And then we fall out of the sky.
Okay, so she's like, when I watch everybody down there doing their thing, running around, being great, being not so great. You know, there's all sorts of things happening in the world all the time. And yet, no one really down there realizes that the world is always in some sort of bullshit, huge, world-ending peril. There's people keeping it at bay constantly with their entire lives. And then there's people like yourselves who are caught up in saving the world from one Earth or Altero ending bullshit thing after another. And so up here, once you kind of get beyond that, you kind of realize that's just my everyday, you know? It's not buying bread and sitting on the beach and kicking rocks. It's watching some god beat up another god and potentially take out half a city if we don't see someone else stop it. So usually, most of the time, the gods just kind of argue and fight with each other, and we don't ever actually feel it down where the people are. But because of something going on with the goddess of love, we're all feeling it. My sweet Strix finds love in that moment? When it seems like the goddess is most at risk?
Peculiar.
So I don't think she intends for the master to stop love or kill her as a goddess. I believe she intends to use his contraption to separate herself.
Like her head from her body?
That's what it's for.
Oh.
If I understand it.
Could that be also metaphorical? Not just to separate her head from her body, but to separate one aspect of herself from existence or from herself?
Sure, I mean, getting into gods and these kinds of powers, and I'm like, what's possible and what's not? I don't know.
How do you divide love?
Well, people separate themselves from love all the time.
I think that something has happened to her. And she is making big choices.
I wonder what the source of her distress is.
Well, she is the goddess of love, and love is not all joy. It covers all aspects within her domain, including how one might react or feel in the absence of love, or with heartbreak, or...
I think she feels all things more than any of us. But we have a god of murder, and we don't run around murdering each other.
I mean, not every.
Well, some people do, yeah.
Yes.
But the way that Zurge is working is influencing people in a way that I think seems beyond.
Yeah, he's just sort of claiming worship of people that don't actually worship him. It's just like, oh,
I'm
obviously
excited to
they're
take
for
the
me,
train.
and it's like they don't even know who the fuck you are, you stupid
Yeah.
piece of shit.
Yeah.
But he's spreading something. And whatever it's doing, it's eating away at how people treat each other. It's dark. Like a plague. Like the Fey Plague. I think. And if people don't care about each other anymore, they need her more than ever.
Attacking empathy? Or nuance, like making the world black and white, hence the desaturation of...
Right. A lack of empathy, a lack of understanding makes things strictly logistical. It's not personal anymore, it's just business, a world in which Zurge can thrive.
Yeah, where only yourself matters.
And if this herald is a portent of such things casting into the void, that would perhaps seal reality's fate into such a place. It is hard to say. For as
She can't help but stare at you and stare at Strix. Because it's so cute.
I mean, we always knew we'd come out of this with more questions than we went in.
I mean, the big question is, how do you save her, right?
Yeah.
Is that the question that you really are trying to ask me? Do I know how to do this? No. Do I think you have to talk to her and deal with it? I think the best way to deal with anything is to face it head on. And if she's got a case of the boohoo for me's, I don't know that that's true, but I mean,
Yeah,
what she's dealing with.
Like, if we find her, we'd just be like, you know.
yeah, get your shit together and get back here and save the world.
Or maybe just, you know.
Can't go run away to the Feywild and pout.
I mean, we could all just break out some wine and sit and get a groove back. It worked for the drowned maiden.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna guess it's a little more complicated than what I am telling you, but that's just.
But it's a good way to get information. Let's all just, you know, chill environment and like, you know.
Yes. Unless she is in such a place where she does not want the interaction, in which case it will be a lot harder.
Well,
I mean, yeah.
and I don't know what triggers her and 17's plan.
Yeah, I mean,
what
we know
happens
that
if she goes through
17
with it?
doesn't
I don't
want
know.
to do it.
We know
Split
that
her
it
head
is,
and heart?
we know that it is based on a lie. At least in some way, right?
What? Wait, what? What do we know?
That whatever she's feeling is triggered her to hire someone. Like, it is that the fact that Zurge works with lies and works with murder and works with deception and these elements that goddess of love has either experienced something or believes something that might not be entirely true.
Okay. If she's trying to separate, as you just said, her head and heart, then you said the thing about heartbreak. I was already thinking maybe she's in love herself and is being rejected. I'm like, oh God, tell me she's not in love with Zurge. And
No.
then there's something about
Or has
conflict.
decided that she doesn't get to have love.
Maybe it has to do with when a few key players believe or stop believing in love, the goddess of love feels that absence, and Zurge has been exploiting that and making it feel bigger than it is. So if she feels that she does not need love, and as you say, feels everything more than everyone else.
Or maybe that we don't need love, and we don't need her.
Especially if the world is being convinced that all they need is progress.
Yes. When I mean, we all know that all you need is love.
Love is all you need?
I'm curious about. Oh man, this is a. I don't know if we've ever done this before, but like I'm pretty sure we've all rolled on Maress and what we know about the goddess of love.
Yes,
Probably.
yes. Yeah.
But like, have we ever had a thing about what percentage of gods have ascended versus are been around for like there's no known origin other than they've existed as this entity?
Right.
Not
How
really
many
a
of them are like,
percentage because like it's not even really known how many gods there are.
Okay.
There's just the most common ones that are worshipped. Fairly certain she is an elder god, but
Okay.
I can look this up just to confirm.
she is an elder god.
Oh, okay.
The elder god of love and beauty, her domains are life and light. She's represented by the azure songbird. She is a chaotic god.
So here's something I'm wondering.
Interesting.
Wait, has that always been the case, or did you assign that like blue feathers happen to?
It's always been the case.
Really? Damn, we're good.
Allegropenia is a bright blue feather, and it was always in our notes that the songbird was blue for Maress, and so I've connected them for this story.
There you go. Sorry, there was a train of thought there. Where was it? It was. Aha! It seems odd to me. I would understand. A tactic I would take if we contact Maress is get her to rediscover her. If you're the god of something, like if we, one of us, were to ascend to godhood of a thing or a domain, then there is something about that is your passion, that is your
Mine would be
Very
mentorship if I could be a god.
interesting.
Do you not feel mentored?
Yes,
Yes, I believe I do.
but like look at passions, looking at like this very specific fashion god thing. But if Maress was an ascension god, then we could just appeal to what got you there, and we could, get her to rediscover her love of herself, essentially. But if she's an elder god, it's just born of and synonymous with this energy. How do you get tired of being what is your very life force?
I don't know that you get tired of it, but you have to make decisions about it, how mortals interact with it, how the energy that you embody is used in the fabric of existence. And gods are a lot of things, but they are rarely capable of changing, of seeing the world or seeing existence outside of the perspective of their domains, as vast as those may be.
If she's an elder god, that sort of implies that there is inherently love and beauty. It's not a creation
Yes.
that required a new god. Perhaps she's just like, maybe it doesn't need someone guiding it, like if it's inherent.
Right. But that leaves it vulnerable. It is, I guess, a question of, are the gods the thing that they say they are, or are they the stewards of those energies?
Well, she's been taking a break, and it's sucking life out of the Feywild and starting here. Or started here and went there. It's hard to tell. Kind of goes where she goes, but it manifests different ways.
I hadn't thought of this before, but do you think that Gloria's whole thing of like, now is your chance to step up and go fight the like actually fully become a god final test, whatever weird council that was to save Maress, their best friends? That's why she was chosen, sent to the Fae, because Maress was already there, and now she has to save her to get her back.
Could be.
Because we didn't know why, like, you know, there's a thing to do. It's in the Fae. They've lost their sense of play. So is she having a super negative effect there first that is now bleeding here, and that's the moons?
Or has someone had, like, a subtle corrupting influence, you know? Like, if there was someone in her sphere that, you know, shall we say, you know, use their speech, like their tongue, to be like a worm in their ear, bringing them down.
I feel like Zurge is somehow he seemed very like, haha, as her best friend, and Gloria's there, the goddess of play. So like, are they both being, you said vulnerable. Is both love and play's absence here and presence in the Fae creating exactly the situation that they would want here for some reason?
That makes sense. The Feywild, from what I've read, I don't fully understand, but is a mirror of one aspect of our domain. So it is I don't know, I'm just hypothesizing a conduit plane for certain energies, and there is a shadow that is another conduit plane for other energies, and we are where those energies mix and combine.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's how accurate it is, but like, I know that in some stories, it's like they're entirely different universes right now. I don't know what that means for gods. Do gods belong to one of them but not the other? And so her being in one of them is setting a balance?
Yeah, right? That's what, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So she should be here.
Like, perhaps she belongs in this universe? But I don't know that if, especially as an elder god, like, are they just separate from all of that? You know, like, do they matter per universe, or do they exist above that?
Above it all, or rather, as a part of it all.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is so mind-bending. There was a thing that Master 17 said, because he was did he call himself a planeswalker or something? That there are different realms that are similar, that he is present in and lives whole lifetimes within, and then in this one, the gods have different names, but he's like, they were familiar. So I feel like Maress is a version of herself in this realm.
Yeah, I mean,
There
I think
are an
Maress is
infinite
just
number
what
of-
we call her.
Yes, but I don't know that.
It.
Yeah, like, but I'm just using Maress. It could be any of the elder gods, but like, it seems that they have, in the way that we are of a species, an identity, but there is a like bigger whole that they are only a part of, that they are separate from. So tied to a realm.
Yeah.
I think you might be onto something there. Whereas Master 17 somehow is not as powerful, but is more powerful in other ways because he is the same everywhere?
Meta.
I'm just
I'm
staring
not
at a
suggesting a meta answer here based on my own knowledge.
Yeah.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm saying. I'm not either.
No, we're
waxing philosophical.
Yes. Sorry, I don't.
Just making sure it's not like, oh, he's steering us in a
No.
No. That felt like
Also,
no,
I
man.
don't know how long these clouds are gonna stay solid under our feet, so perhaps we should.
Yeah, we could probably take this conversation to solid ground.
Or the ship, at least, yes.
Well, it's like solid ground.
This was
To like stand back up.
right. You're huge. This was awesome. A pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, lots of fun, very helpful.
Didn't expect for this to be as helpful as it has been. I thought this was just. I was doing it for Strix. Not for myself.
Yeah, I thought it was just impressing the lady's parents.
I also
Type
thought
thing.
that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So thank you for the help. And the
Thank you.
wise words.
We weren't prepared to ask questions, so thank you.
She kind of laughs at you, saying that, and then I'm not a god, and I am not someone who gives oath magic or connects people to a god through. I don't assemble clerics or acolytes or anything like that, and I'm not interested in it. And I do take sides. I care about a couple of people more than anything. And Strix, you are my favorite. She looks down at her. I think if I can do anything to help, I always will. But I am still bound by some of the rules of the way the world and magic works.
Yeah, that's fair.
I do not know enough about warlocks and their patrons.
Yeah, I know very little about warlocks, but, I know the restrictions of my god and magics.
I take sides. I've got opinions. I want to help.
Yeah, that's a very new thing to me. Whereas, like, the magic I get through what I just referred to as the song, it only just seems to strengthen over time. The more you practice it and are exposed to it, you can just kind of draw more from it. But I don't know if there are limitations or not.
Oh, there's always limitations to everything.
Strix has to go through a lot to get access to new abilities and powers with me.
Oh,
But as the life you live continues to challenge you and do more, I do more. This is a big moment.
Yeah, I think of it like all the gods have limitations, or they'd just all be the god of everything, right? Like they have their thing that they are powerful in, and for myself at least, I'm just sort of a conduit of that power. So as I strengthen myself, I can function as a conduit to more power without burning myself to a crisp.
Wait, Moat, are you saying that you're about to allow Strix to access more of your power?
And she looks at Strix, and she looks over at all of you, and she says, Strix, come back.
It's just like, huh?
When
That's just a big hair whip.
the feather on her pirate hat, just like, when the world resolves itself, challenge me, and then step forward with new powers.
Wait, so she doesn't get new powers until after we save the world?
Shit.
That seems like not the handy time to have new powers.
Well, who's
yeah,
to say? Who's to say that her power isn't connected to all of this in some ways? Well,
It feels like a weird way to put a little more pressure on us.
well.
I mean, at this point, can you even put more pressure?
It's all
Yes.
ready there.
Right.
It is. It's not like that.
But
in
it's
order
a
for
drop in an
me
ocean.
to make this step forward, I have to know some things on my end are safe. For me to grant more access to these powers.
Sure. That's fair.
Okay. Right.
Strix and I have some other arrangements, and she understands it.
Indeed.
Mysterious.
Yeah.
Well, it is a pact that they have, and it is not for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll
I
ask
mean,
him.
warlock shit's weird. I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
And Strix is like, I am totally fine with this. This is a promise of more power in this near future.
Cool.
Yeah, and it's not like Strix's role is to accompany us through the whole thing. Like, she has her part.
I have my own part.
It's got real weird.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's got real warlocky.
Drinks?
Yeah, sure,
Yes.
something.
Yes, indeed.
And Strix is like, I agree. Let's all head back. We'll float majestically through the sky. And we'll have a stiff drink. Moat. And Moat is Strix. And you all leave the cloud realm in a burst. Through this cloud, a puff of little smoke of cloud trails all around you. As you fly through the sky, your spell's still active, and you land back on the Parliament. And we take a short break!
Nice.
Fresh coffees, human breaks, let's go. Everybody else grab something to eat, something to drink, or just take a quick walk around and then swing right back, and we'll be back in a few short minutes!
Oh, it got heavy.
Yeah, that was really
Goddamn.
intense. Welcome to Altero. Hi kids, do you like violence?
Bins are around. The birds are already there.
Oh, I see what's coming.
Look out, my pistol.
Oh, nope, I don't.
So I have 5 attacks
Holy fuck.
with haste. And advantage on all of them.
Your rage is so happy.
No, not the healer. Oh, yes, the healer.
No! 2 nat ones.
I mean business!
There's an amazing group of heroes. They're known as the Steel Wing. They are famous across the world. You 4 players are not those guys. We could all use a little saving, right? Heroes who are gonna kill the shark!
What shark?
There's one thing I know about Tibbles. Always inclined to say baby.
Your gods have no honor. Believe it.
Enhanced interrogation, I think, is what they call it.
I gag a little and drop him.
I'm just gonna cut off a halfling's leg.
Let us save them.
Yeah,
Purge them.
screw him.
A loving wife and family, and I am going to seduce him.
Oh.
Get him in the coat, smack him with the hammer.
And what of the sacrificed? Why are they punished for her sins?
But you give me fucking back Gordy right the fuck now, or I won't rest until every last bit of this marsh is fucking gone.
You aspire to godhood. Yeah. That is not sacrifice. No. That is hubris.
You have no faith in me, man. Come on. Like, someday those are going to be bells because I've been doing it.
It's not good to have bells, okay?
I'm using my Columbo skills here.
A lot of people are not like a lot of things we think they're like, you know.
Yes, 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 yes. I am Beak.
You want to do our homework together, pal?
If only somebody would invent something to help us add.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I could probably scrounge up an abacus.
Do you even math, bro?
No.
I can't right now. I'm doing math. Have to think on that.
I did bring math into it. Luckily, it's magic, so fuck you guys. Here we go.
Our motto: a friend in need is a friend indeed.
Absolutely.
That is not our motto. Who told you that was our motto?
Home is where the barber is?
Yeah. Oh, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
That my thoughts don't matter.
Yes.
Damn, I feel like this developed quickly.
When souls touch.
Bring it in. Bring it in.
I'm gonna pick his pockets.
I have a D&T party with my stuffed animals!
No, it's not for the butler, it's for Butler. My name is Butler.
We will be rolling around naked gnomes again.
There's just like droplets of water flying off of him as he flies through the air. And he's naked, like.
How thick is the blade hole?
If you don't lose your pants in harmony,
Those were my
did you
good
really
trousers.
even go?
Had trouble.
My name is Goblin of the Bogoblins. Have you ever picked your nose? It's good stuff up there.
She's beauty and she's grace. She'll wreak havoc on your face.
And he just throws the door open, and he's just wearing a towel. Kind of like does some stretches.
That's like the worst pickup line I've ever heard. Maybe the adult also.
Hey girl, with you and me, that's all we need to make all the fireworks happen.
God.
What?
Tell me straight. You and Rurik, were you riding the devil's saddle?
Hey, big guy, have you ever slept with someone? I do it for love. I fell in love with a mermaid, and she had great big fins.
You are so strong. You are a woman of no bounds.
Hashtag sexy murder dream.
You have acted out of love. That is not a bad thing.
Because what plagues this land is love. You have ever lost something so dear that the rest of everything in your life fades like sand through your fingers?
They're all I have left of her. She's never coming back. And I'm so alone.
Many have lost what you have lost, and none would sacrifice what you have sacrificed.
Keep the flowers. Keep alive that memory. Find the thing that connects you.
His name, dude.
Yes.
Okay.
It's gonna be good.
Meant to be.
He's looking Billy Goat's rough. It's the brazier of Conjuring Fire Elemental.
Scry a river.
Spied. It's a spy. Barbarian joke.
Want to go in a D8? That's the
Room and Boar. Great place.
I believe you, but I kind of have bigger, pardon the pun, but fish to fry.
And it's called Countercell.
Ah, there it is.
It doesn't get old.
No. Although
Nothing gets old at this table except me.
This time.
When a statement must be made, it must be made loudly.
Sometimes it's the only way to face the darkness is to embrace the darkness.
Welcome back. Heroes! Yay!
That's us!
I am not a barbarian!
Settle down, settle down.
You do you, babe.
Kill a few people here and there in the name of don't kill me.
There's a little something else in there.
We've been through some stuff together.
This is how we create
Peer
bonds.
pressure.
It's been the best part of my life.
I'm not going to the temple.
You start to vomit all over Arin.
No!
He had a fling with a tiefling.
Maybe I should wear like a sneaky detective outfit. Are you sure I can't tempt you?
This.
That's not delightful. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
I'm trying to fight and you got to turn it into a sex thing, and the damage was trash.
And what is your 7th favorite drink?
Oh my god.
Friends solve puzzle together. Friends, our team. I'm good at killing things, and you guys are passable.
Hello. Harold. Lovely wedding.
He is now engulfed in flames.
I think I got in a couple good hits.
Fennels. Unconscious again. Hello, Zap.
Whoa! Drop a 0.
Estravel!
She is the devil.
Okay, so she's looking for a vessel, and that's...
Do not let that happen.
Focus fire.
You are so hungry. The familiar and unfamiliar faces of everyone you've ever killed. There is no justice here, only sickness. And I am the cure.
No.
Her eyes go black.
Oh no.
No, I'm down. Saving them is That's it. That's all. That's all. That's everything.
Not ideal to have to kill your friends.
She repeats back words that you said to her once. When a statement must be made, it must be made loudly.
I've found people and starting to feel like a real person again.
Because I have friends. I have friends now.
Are you ready? What is sound check? What do we do on sound check?
Well, technically, we're supposed to count to 5 so that you can balance our audio. However, we no longer count to 5. We do stupid voices and characters, and you're not even in the sound booth anymore. So, quite frankly, I don't know what this is.
I'm scared.
Count from 1 to 5, starting at regular speed and slowing down to super slow-mo by 5.
This is gonna take a while. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I like how your chair was also.
Are you ready? Sounds good to me.
And we're back! Talking about birds.
Yep. Bird names are funny sometimes.
Bird names are funny sometimes.
We have fun.
Birders have fun.
I'm not one of them, so I guess I'm not having that kind of fun.
Not yet.
I like bird watching, but I am by no means a birder. I only keep a small list of birds I've seen.
How long is your list of birds you've seen?
None. There's no list.
Oh, why does this feel like the opening for a Kids in the Hall sketch?
These are the birds you've seen.
These are the birds I know.
So we float back over to the Parliament and land. I mean, Strix makes her entrance like she always does. You know, using magic and kind of a lighting. And you look over at her, she looks a little bit, not unsettled, but, you know, roll insight.
Oh.
At 17.
Good number.
5.
I'm just like, she's so
15.
Yeah. She uses some magic to, like, you know, extra ruffle all of her stuff while she's landing, and she kind of takes your hand. She's
like, wait, she has feathers?
She's wearing a feather, but yeah.
Yeah, I know, just like ruffle, I think of ruffling feathers.
You look over at Jay, who is definitely has feathers, and is like, what?
I'm very composed.
He sees you land and puts away his writing. Yeah, she's a little bit unsettled, but nothing that you particularly notice. She does take your hand, kind of gives it a squeeze, and looks out at the three of you. I have some things to attend to, but please, take the rest of your afternoon. I know that you've taken up positions around the ship to help out. Enjoy. Have some food and drink. I'll join you shortly.
All right. Did we ever... We organized that we're going to Yazmir, right? Oh, yes. I talked to Hol. Yeah, we're meeting outside of... did we send word? We're supposed to send word to Charlotte to meet us outside of town.
Yeah,
we should do that.
Yeah. We don't have, like, a post mage here, though.
Nope. It's going to be the old sending way. So... Hey, Jay.
Yes?
Have you found this spot? outside of Yazmir that is ideal that I can send coordinates to Charlotte?
What do you hate about it?
Not everything can be a reference to something else.
He just has a voice that sounds a bit like that, so because it's lower and so he'll bring up a map that he'll have charted. So I'm like, yes, come and see.
Okay. Yeah, I can take care of sending to Charlotte.
You'll see that on the map he's indicated the city is coastal, and then there's a bunch of spires, and it's closer in on the city itself, and so you can see some of the geography and layout of it. And then just on the edge of the town, he's indicated a space where they'll be able to come under cover of fog or night, or however we manage it, and using magic, and get a spot where they can be, and so he can prepare some coordinates that he can give to you.
Okay. Allah, is there anything? I mean, I have to figure out.
Yeah, you got such a short amount to work in. I don't got anything that.
No?
No.
Okay.
I have a question for you.
Oh?
Do contractions count as only one word?
Huh.
You know, like it's.
Yeah. Yes.
I would say yes, but they have to be logical. It comes up in like sending and telepathic speech. It is more about the capacity of the thing. I've observed it happen where a compound word works, but if people try to cheat it and compound the whole thing, the worst case was someone's eye exploded in there.
Oh.
But otherwise, it's...
I wouldn't try something like
languages.
shouldn't or wouldn't. Well, wouldn't's not so bad.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Would not.
Or shouldn't have.
That should not have.
Yeah.
No, it is good. That's fine.
Yeah, shouldn't have.
Yeah. No. If you try to say shouldn't have done it, it becomes weird. Yeah,
shouldn't have.
Yeah, I feel like shouldn't have.
It's too much.
Is a bit much.
Yeah.
But like some languages, like in Kaimend, I think they do things where they just like create crazy compound words, where it's almost a sentence, but they're like, "What? That's a word now."
I suppose you could create a shorthand around it. And honestly, it kind of has to do with like perspective.
Yeah.
Is that not what thieves' cant is?
In a way, yes.
You could use like a cipher, I guess, or like just really bust out a lot of portmanteaus.
Yeah, you could.
I like how Roz definitely has a button back there called Lo-Fi Beats to have stupid conversations.
I'm just looking across at our screen. We don't have minis for this part.
Ooh.
Do we want to? We could leave it.
This won't matter.
Yeah, that's my job later.
That's because we're editing these.
Yeah.
But if it helps you,
It doesn't matter to me.
push the button.
Doesn't matter to me.
Switch it.
Sure.
It's all good.
Great.
Push the button.
And
Okay. There's a bit of other information for you.
Everything past this point's in sync and everything before it's out of sync.
Yeah, I'll just intentionally put everything before this, like 3 frames off.
No, please don't. Oh, it'll drive me nuts.
Okay, 1 frame.
Oh, God. Even worse.
Roll history.
Oh.
And this is...
everybody?
Yeah, you can roll history. Jay's getting out all these maps of
Holy shit.
Yazmir. You've been to Ancora before, so maybe you do know more if that was a good roll.
Natural
yeah, that was,
17.
Sometimes I can't tell what your holy shits are. Sometimes you guys are like, holy shit!
Flirty 20.
Yeah, it's good.
7.
You've never been there, but Jay has a little bit of information, so some of you already know it and are bored, and some of you are going to be like, woo! There's a little bit of like information about Yazmir.
I'm still distracted by how perplexed my brain got during our conversation with Moat. Got to a bunch of weird places and I started really thinking about stuff in the abstract and I'm just like, no. What? Where are we going?
Oh, sorry. Natural 17 for a total of 18.
Nice. So what you'll pick out on the map itself is that some of the bits of the city that are drawn out more, and then some of the coastal bits around it. And then there's a little bit of pamphlet information type thing that Jay has because he's been digging out more about Yazmir. So,
tourist brochure.
yeah. Come to Yazmir. Come for the black sandy beaches. Stay for the delicious food. They have a subtropical climate. So you'll see some palm trees are sort of drawn on the map and around, and some colorful flowers are indicated in a way that's sort of like not to scale, but you can tell from the way there are these sandy beaches, some of them are darkened in. They have a huge port and a harbor, and lots of little ships are drawn there. So although there is a way for the airships to land, they obviously focus on actual sailing from this place, from the coast. Also, the drawings inside the city itself are indicated that buildings are maybe predominantly the color red might show up, but there are also 2 huge spires in the city. Oh, 4. Right, I should have said 4. There are 4. I'm reading it here and it says 4. But those spires dominate the city itself, so it's kind of structured around them.
Are the 4 spires like duplicates of each other? Like,
You can't tell from this map, but they look about the same kind of shape.
Me asking for anthems is
yes.
more so for me to paint a visual image.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're and they're not built by there. They're about the same age as all the portals and stuff. Like same kind of magic.
Okay.
They
And
don't age.
oriented north, south, east,
indestructible,
and west.
sort of.
Okay, so they're equidistant apart.
Yeah.
Like they are.
Yeah, the city was sick. Looks like it's been built up around them. Yeah.
Cool.
And then whatever, just for yourself, like it's hard to tell from the map, and maybe some of the brochures have it in them, but they've been occupied with different activities than what they might have been built or intended for, because they're definitely not being used that way.
Ice cream parlor.
Yeah.
Yeah, one is like the government / parliamentary palace. One
Maybe
is
noted for the northern spire.
Yeah, one is the like royal residence. One is the military, which is where a lot of the airships and stuff are docked, and one is for the astronomical college, and it's like an observatory.
Oh, cool. All right.
Yeah, you'll notice that the city is quite large, big enough that on the map they indicate several, like there's a pantheon set up and places to worship, but also lots of industry.
Yeah, everything kind of radiates out to them. Like the biggest pantheon is right in the center and has like big boulevards leading to each tower.
Sweet.
Yeah. Also indicated in the brochures or whatever other information that how you glean it is that it is not just a city of port and harbor activity, but a city of learning. So there are colleges indicated along with it and places to train and learn. So a large university plus other smaller kinds of places, specializing in all sorts of things.
Is there... So you said colleges, and it made me think, where is the main Bard College? And then I thought, oh, are there certain types of like adventure types or, special classes, D&D classes of people that are more known for this city's known to put out a bunch of paladins, so this one's known to put out a bunch of whatever. Like, is there...
Not really. Like, different areas will have their own. The Bard College that you and I and Astrid studied at is in Jarris.
Right, you said Jarris before.
But like, it's not the only one.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just like, but they'll be sort of for that area, like.
Or is there like a city that's known for having a surprising amount of druids?
Yeah, Drast.
Oh, okay. Sick. Cool.
Right?
And obviously
The
you
Now I have a
Druidy
bunch
country.
of Altero questions. I'll save it.
You went to Lantier, where the
Yeah.
Elvish paladins are quite common.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. Elvish paladin.
I'm excited to go to Yazmir. It looks really nice.
There are large universities that are centers of things and have their own specialties, but they're not specific to like classes or anything.
No.
I've not been here myself, but I have worked with individuals in academia who have either studied here or come from here outright.
Yeah, I haven't been to Yazmir in like 20 years.
Yes. I've heard tales of it, both good and ill, but here we are. It looks nice, as you say.
Okay, so I should send to Charlotte, and we're looking for this Elesio, but you mentioned that in your letter, so mostly I'm just arranging where to meet and when.
Yeah.
Are we planning on going into the city at all? Or are we sort of just meeting with her?
Depends if we need to. I don't really know what's going to happen when we actually meet her. Like, if we got to go find Elesio and talk to him, he's probably in the city at one of the colleges.
Oh. Yeah, possible. Okay. Or she's like, no, never heard of it. Go on our way.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You have some indication about her relationship with him, right?
I don't know. I don't think
No, we
that.
have some suspicions.
I think the last thing that
All we know-
happened was you asking in a letter, have you ever heard of this guy?
Yeah.
Or in your
All we
studies
know
and
is that they're the same subclass of wizard.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all we've, because you haven't gotten a response from your last letter that was sent.
No.
Yeah. So that's where we're at.
So you're gonna send her?
Oh yeah. It'll be pretty concise.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna actually count it out, but it'll be something of like the we will be landing here this time.
Yep.
Just outside the city. And if I have room, I'll throw in like a Alice says hi.
Nice.
Yeah. But that's about it.
Okay. And she will send back, I'll be there.
Sweet.
Great.
And it's all arranged. So we can assume that it takes the time that it's there still will be a few days, of course,
Yeah,
for
several
you.
days to get there.
So maybe
Gonna
we can
practice
do.
mending.
Mm-hmm.
What are you all up to in the few days that it takes to get there?
Practicing mending. Tango and I are working on the a little fox construct.
Right.
And Alice just looking forward to seeing the Circle Mountains. Flying over them. That's gonna be crazy. Potentially.
Over the course of days, I think I'll make sure I spend time with Rock and ask about. Be careful to not bring up a journal and that kind of stuff at this point because he's weird about it. But to ask about the ducks and just the couple of weeks that he's been on board. Spend more time with Strix and asking her about her journeys and probably using the stuff in her room as like a, what's this thing? And then getting the stories out of it that way.
Awesome. She'll love that.
Yeah.
She loves to get drunk and talk about those fun little trinkets she's collected and why this thing. And what's the story of its adventure. And, you know, that's when she lost a toe. And, like, that's when this happened. And it grew back.
I would also like to.
I got better.
In downtime, the last book that was sent to me by Onair, Adventures in the Feywild.
Right.
I want to pour over that, and you had said that the author was still living, and I don't have a name yet.
Okay, so we'll go back and we'll do a scene for each of you. So what are you up to?
I am working on my my kind of like experiments in artifice with Tango, and I am.
She felt pretty confident that you guys could assemble that item.
Word.
Yeah.
And I am also working on training my mimicling.
No.
No.
Perfect.
No. No. No, I don't want it.
What?
No. Feed me.
Whoa. I don't know if we're going to be doing anything in the mountains, but just, for visual stuff, it's a mountain range that averages about the height of Everest. So,
Damn.
Get over it. You're in the, we divided airspace into, 4 tiers. It's in the 3rd one. So it's there's no going out on a deck or anything.
Yeah.
There's no oxygen.
Yeah.
Ooh, so there'd be scenes where it's everyone inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would just be freezing and hard to breathe.
Cool.
The blue zone
Yeah, it'll be.
refers to the fact that there's no oxygen.
Yeah.
Turn blue.
Yeah.
It'll be a tough flight over top of those mountains. So, you'll each help and contribute. The crew really knows what they're doing, so they're capable of it. But this is pretty tense, and it takes a lot of magic from Jay and Strix as well to make sure that everything goes as smoothly as possible. You make forward much progress on your mending, and the construct is probably going to be something that you can take with you when you leave. Yay!
Fixie.
And yourself, you make some good progress. I think for yours, I need a roll on terms of bonding and working with the construct. So you'll roll probably an animal handling with no.
Yes.
And yours is I don't know, however you want to do a tinker check.
What? That's not a thing.
I know, so we gotta figure it out. You can roll.
If it's about bonding, wouldn't it be charisma or something?
Arcana?
Trying to bond with which one now? Sorry, your
Construct.
The construct.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's with Tango and the construct getting that
Mhm.
connection.
Oh yes.
Mhm.
Interesting.
It's gonna be a steel defender when you add it to your.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it about bonding with a sentient thing or understanding how a construct, sentient or otherwise, functions?
It's all of those things as you learn a bit about it, right? But much like the way Rivet is, it has its own personality and its own entity, makes its own choices, although it does follow, for the most part, Tango's instructions. So,
Which is why I feel charisma.
sure, maybe straight charisma.
Straight charisma. Charisma saving throw plus 14.
So it's
more about the time and how much effort it takes and the storytelling of the moment, not whether it happens or not.
I can use my blessing of 17 on ability checks as well, right?
You rolled a nat 17?
Oh.
Yeah, I rolled a nat 17 on my last.
Yeah.
Lowers the DC by 1.
Okay, great. Yeah, cool. Then I'm gonna do that. So, and you take this animal handling check here. For 15.
Nice. And I think lowering it by 1 puts it into over this DC 15.
Excellent.
So, No is making a lot of progress with you. It started out kind of rough, but now you've been feeding it, you've been caring for it. It's getting competent enough that it understands you and will follow your instructions to make the shapes that it can and the size that it can.
Okay.
It's not growing in
size
so much yet, but it can be quite specific now. So it could be a book, it could be a cup, something in that kind of size range. It's really good at now.
Okay. Awesome.
And No starts to follow your instructions. If you told it to sit as a book and wait, it sits and waits for hours before you come back, and it's still
Excellent.
Don't watch it do too much cheeky peeking. But you haven't tried it like, much like when you're training puppies and stuff, right? Like you haven't done a hot dog test. Like, can it sit there if you leave a hot dog?
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
What did you think a hot dog test was?
I had no idea.
Great.
Yeah, put the treat on its nose.
Yeah, that's right.
Wait. Yeah, you wanna, you can test no in that fashion and keep going on it, but in the time that you've got right now, it's made that kind of progress.
Okay.
For yourself, because the lower roll.
11.
Yeah, I mean, you're still doing okay, is kind of a back and forth with it, but maybe because of your spirit and Tango's spirit working on it, it's really independent. And as soon as it starts to kind of come to life, Vixie is not painted yet, but as a construct, you can kind of still see through it. And Tango is saying, well, we're going to put some, little armor plates on the side, and we'll make it so that it moves. And we can even like use tiny little bits of metal and make it look a bit like fur. We can kind of give it that kind of a vibe. And it's a small fox with big ears. She's like, and you gotta figure out what kind of colors you want to paint it. It doesn't have to just be regular fox colors. We can paint it anything we want. It could be a rainbow.
I like just the red fox fits with the like copper and whatnot of it.
What color are its eyes? Don't to be blue, like your Lagrapenia feather?
Oh yeah, that's a great idea.
Nice. Okay, as we keep going on her, she seems really, feisty.
Yep. A little bit nippy.
Yeah, might take some practice to help her actually, like, follow your instructions, like, especially in combat.
Yeah. That's fair. Well, keep working on it.
But you make that progress. It's basically built. She'll be ready to go. She will be a independent, sassy little thing.
A handful.
Yes. Not that Rivet's not, but Rivet also spends a lot of time touching Tango and jumping up on her and kind of like cuddling up around her neck. And you're hoping at one point when you're sitting there that Vixie will come sit with you, and she's like, dun, sits down, and then curls up into her little fox ball. You're like, no, love me! Much like me and your cat.
We'll get there.
Yeah. So cute though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so get the sheets for Steel Defender into your thing that you bring with you, just so you know it.
Yeah, that might be a challenge because it's a class thing, not a creature.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But it has this whole stat block in
Yeah.
Battlesmith.
Yeah, but like actually adding it to my sheets. Because if you search like creatures, it doesn't come up.
Oh, like a steel defender.
Yeah, it is a specific artificer thing.
There should be a creature stat block for Steel Defender when it is used as
There's a stat
like an
block
NPC
for it.
kind
It's
of
just
thing.
like
Yeah, you might just have to have
actually
it-
adding it as a thing that is in my sheet.
Yeah.
Just note maybe in the notes, and then just open up a tab of it every time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then yourself, you'll have to. We'll have to see what we can do for the mimic one, and then modify its.
I currently have it indicated by like a small custom item just to know that I have it, but I don't know what its stat block is, and I'm not too stressed about it right now.
I copied and pasted it into allies.
Yeah, I mean, I'm familiar with how copy and paste works.
Just saying this. If you want to get it in.
And for yourself. So, Brightwater is the name of the author of Adventures in the Feywild. Bill Brightwater.
Bill.
Only one L.
Oh, damn it.
There's no picture of this person like you have in one of our modern books where it's like a bibliography kind of thing.
Okay. Bill Brightwater. Does it have any like info on where they live or anything like that, or is it just like there's anything about the author?
A very flowery traveler of the world. And
Okay.
has been here and been here and
Fair enough.
So it's a little bit about like
Lockhart.
their escapades in this place where they fought the whatever and then
Is the book, are the stories in it written from first perspective?
Mhm.
So it's a lot of like, it's like a journal of
Yeah.
adventures? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I would like to read them and see if,
Like a Volos kind of thing?
yeah, does this feel made up or...
insight, yeah.
19.
You've got a good handle as the kind of bard you are as well about when something rings with truth. This rings with truth, but it has the elements that are, okay, maybe some of this has been
embellished,
expanded
sure.
upon and told. It's a good story. And that's impossible sometimes to get from an actual adventure, right? So that part, like maybe they didn't meet that really attractive person at the pub the way they said they did, but at the same time,
The dance off with the ghoul, why would you make that up? That's... that had to have happened.
I like that some of your stories would be like, that didn't happen. And there was this kobold and a dragon. There was this like vampire we traveled with. He was very sassy and kind of mean.
Okay. Cool. Bill Brightwater.
Yeah, and we'll have to expand on all the Feywild stuff as we get some time to learn about it because we quickly travel into this. Oh, go ahead.
Another quick question about that. Does it seem like this is a recount of a time that I was there, or does it seem like he has this time and then this time?
He's been there more than once.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Which starts to make you realize that maybe it's not just that time is wild, right? It's not like you go in and you never know what time you're going to come out, maybe. Because he's clearly gone there more than once.
Cool.
But the stories are exciting, so you'll settle in and you'll read through a bunch of them. I'll have to give you a highlight reel of some of these.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. And then you spend a bunch of time with Strix and her crew and the do you want to specifically talk to the Friends of Rock who are not masquerading as ducks because they've definitely joined
Like the
ducks?
Crumbs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to spend some time with them as well.
Okay.
To get to know them, but like more so find out more about who they were before they were cookies, and I'd like to try to instill in them a sense of identity. Remember who you were before you were that, and whatever drove you to become a cookie, how you can find that in each other and not have the need for that to come from me or some other authority figure.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah,
Roll
that is good.
persuasion.
Okay. 17.
Good number.
Higher than all of them.
Nah.
Wait, there's one more.
I want to mentor them that they don't need a mentor.
Okay, so we'll say that it takes a couple of sessions with them.
Yeah.
And the first one is that it's you through Rock, and they're at the other table, so it's like you're having a conversation with Rock, but they're hearing you, so and you can tell that
clever.
They're kind of setting this up.
Clever.
And then the next time they'll kind of join the table and have a chance to talk to you. And over the course of the time that you spend on the Parliament, you learn that they do decide that they want to take new names.
Ooh.
So they're like, we don't want to be who we were before. I know that was your, figure out who you are, but we're new now, different and better.
Yeah, that's why.
Our own people.
So who are you?
Well, we've decided we want to be together always. And we don't want to just be cookies. So then we decided we're the best parts of cookies. So we're like the nuts in cookies because they're so good. And then we debated about And we had, they'll like pull their thing down, and they'll be like this whole like them deciding what to call them. Yeah, they've got a whole like thing on the board, and there's like scratch up in there. Like, so we did this thinking about what do we like about nuts, and you can see that a couple of them are like, yeah, and they have all these words about like it's crunchy, they're really good for you, and they write, and the other one's like shut up. And then they're like, we all agree we like them because they're salty. So we decided to call ourselves the Salt Hawks.
Salt Hawks?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Cool.
Kind of like, there's like all these birds here on this ship, but we're going to be our own thing when we leave. But this is where we got forged as the Salt Hawks. And they're all like, yeah, Salt Hawks.
So the nuts is more of a jump-off point.
Well, then we named ourselves all nuts. And so one of them is like, cashew, pecan, peanut, walnut.
Okay. So the nuts.
Cashew, because I'm versatile. Pecan, because I have an interesting texture. Peanut, because I'm allergic.
Walnut, because I'm the brains the operation. Nobody likes me.
Chestnut, because I'm mostly inedible.
If you talk to each of them, they'd be like, why you picked this nut? And some of them are like, someone's like, those aren't all even nuts. And the other one's like, shut up.
One's a legume.
Yeah.
At some point, I'm going to go, the salt with nuts is added after it's not natural. Never mind, don't worry. No, Salt Hawks. But you're all nuts.
Right? It just writes itself.
Yeah, well,
but we're all nuts.
I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell they're very proud of this.
Yeah. Cool.
I like it.
Yeah, it's good. Salt Hawks. Right on. Okay. Good job.
You can see all the other names that they tried out, all the other things they considered.
Oh, shit. I don't have anything better, so. Yeah. Birds eat nuts. And seeds.
Yeah, but birds also eat other birds.
Some. True. Should I have a nut name?
Yeah! When you join up and you do missions with us, what's your code nut name?
Ooh,
Macadamia? Call you Mac?
Mac.
Big Mac.
Macadamia. Never had a macadamia.
All the good.
Macadamia.
We could probably get some when we land.
Yeah, maybe.
Is there a musical nut?
What?
There's musical legumes.
Keep me being. I'll think about it. I'll think about nuts.
Well, you could pick one for you.
Sure. I mean, it's more important that it means something to all of you. Because
Brazil.
most people won't know.
Because why?
Yeah. What the hell?
Because they're poison. Are they? No,
you can eat
no.
No, they're in. They're the one that's always in mixed nuts. Where you're like, is there anyone who's like, damn, the Brazil nut?
Those are all gone, or I'm gonna eat those first.
I only eat them first to get rid of them.
They're huge.
Yeah.
So big.
They're not my favorite.
Almond.
Almond.
Almond. I like that. Almond. Anthem almond. Yeah, it works. Okay. Salt Hawks.
You could still call us the Crumbs if you want. It's good too. But we're gonna be the Salt Hawks.
It's piratey.
Like how it's mishmash of just the things that
You get the feeling that like they might move off the ship and then do something else.
They're gonna rename themselves.
And rename themselves
in about 3 years. They're gonna be like, we need a new identity. This isn't working.
It's very sweet that you think it's gonna take that long.
Like they might leave the ship and then have another like.
Yeah.
You could get the impression that doing this, they just kind of liked coming up with the name.
Oh.
You know.
Cute.
So they're like, we're the Salt Hawks, but they might turn around and decide tomorrow that there's something else,
okay.
and spend time figuring it out together.
They
They just like
wasting
workshop it.
magic on sending spells that go to no one.
Yeah.
The hell?
Hey, Salt Hawks.
I'm Diamond now.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Cool.
And you travel over the mountains in a very exciting evening. Instant all hands on deck thing. It's really exciting. There's a moment where it seems kind of hairy for a little bit. So each of you has a station that you help out at. Yeah, we're gonna make some rolls. So I will roll for a couple of the people on board, but where you were helping with Tango, so you're down on engines. You often spend time with Jay, so you're up where they're controlling the magics and the trying to balance out the storm and stuff like that. And then you can choose a few places to help out. You can either be with the ducks, just like running around pulling ropes and tying knots, or you can be with Strix, which is looking. So.
Very. Haha! Good job. Listen to her.
No, she's using like telescopes and all sorts of things to keep an eye out for the things that maybe are concealed through the clouds and as you move.
I have the binoculars of advantage to perception, so I will be a good lookout.
Nice.
Yeah.
They have like a crow's nest type thing if you want to go up there.
Yeah. Obviously.
Okay, so you will roll perception.
I mean, more like a periscope. They don't have masts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And you won't be able to breathe if you went up and.
We can see really good for about
You roll a perception check.
16.
Yeah, she has her stuff out, you have yours. So that's how you're able to point out a moment with her where there is a spot where you have to get everyone to change course a little bit. That involves what you're doing with Jay.
There's a strange turbulence over there. The clouds might not be clouds.
Roll Arcana.
Okay. 10.
Jay does most of the work here.
Yeah.
Nat 20, let's go.
Yikes.
So he's like, control this, and you're like,
Yeah.
Am I moving things?
Is it right? I don't even touch it. I'm just like this.
Yeah.
I feel like we might have a lot to learn before we get our own ship.
I agree.
Also, pay people to do most of this.
But he does need you to use Mage Hand to control, so that the two of you manage to do a bunch of different things all at once. Because you're in there manipulating things, both of you with Mage Hand and your own selves. And then you're with Tango. So in order to make this maneuver happen, we need the engines. So you
I'm cheerleading.
roll
Performance?
or maybe a persuasion, or
I mean, same thing.
yeah.
Performance makes sense, yeah.
Oh, Tango now.
Nat 17 plus
Hey.
9.
Nice.
Tango's got a 3. On
I feel like that gave her advantage.
I like it.
Like, that's the purpose of cheerleading.
Nice. 3
Huzzah.
to a 13 on the die, which will put her over her DC 15. She manages to get what do you tell her? Well, she's like, uh-oh, I don't know which direction we're supposed to. She like her goggles are on. She's like, something kind of explodes near her, and there's a big puff of smoke, and she's like, I I stopped paying attention for a second.
Tango, she's our gnome. If she can't do it, we'll all go home.
We'll plummet to the ground. Focus, Tango!
She's like,
Tango, she's so cute. If she can't do it, we'll parachute.
as you continue to come up with all these little things that you shout behind her, you can see her kind of pull 2 little earplugs out. She puts them in, and then she's just like, "It did help, though."
Yeah.
And now she
gets her to focus.
Tune everything out, including me. That's such a weird way to motivate someone. Don't listen to me. Pay attention to what you're doing. Why am I yelling? What do you mean? Ignore me.
It's perfect. It's exactly what she needed. And you transition out of this difficult to breathe space with the treacherous mountain range.
I cast command. Focus.
Nice. That's a good call.
If only that was IRL.
Right? I cast Concerta.
I can't. 5 hands.
Brought to you in part by It's Not. Kind of.
Wait. The airship approaches closer to where you need to be traveling. So your magic users on board. Between Strix and Jay, they start to generate this fog cloud. And then it looks like they might be using some scrolls up. They've got some other magic with them. To do this so that when they land, they'll be doing it as though there is a storm nearby. The city itself experiences monsoons and other types of intense weather events. So there is this stormy moment, and then this fog that rolls in to conceal the landing of the Parliament.
I assume it'd be fine if we all applied long rests.
Yes.
Because it's been
Yeah.
days since we fought Moat.
Yeah.
Cool. Doing it. Refreshed.
Okay. Refreshed and concealed from the city. As you land, you would be anticipating in moments you'd be meeting Charlotte. So, is there anything that you want to take with you or make sure you have?
I kind of keep most things on me.
I brush my hair, make sure it's not like super windblown.
I do the same.
Tie it up nicely.
Okay. Do you want to ask anyone else to come with you, or do the 3 of you want to go by yourselves?
I think probably we should go by ourselves. It's a little potentially confidential type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Might be
And we don't want her to
overwhelming
see
to
someone
have.
she's not expecting. And yeah. But this shouldn't take us too long. We will. I mean, you know what? I'll just come back if it's going to be like a. It's going to take us a while, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So.
Strix. All right.
I'll let you know. If it's sudden, I'll let you know.
Same. So, should the authorities decide to investigate or approach in an encouraging fashion, and we need to take a immediate exit?
Actually, if we need to go into the city, I can send some. You'll see some sparks appear in the air above us. Probably about 30 feet off the ground. Minor illusion. Yeah, 30 feet.
I'll do the same.
Maybe we can get some titty fireworks.
Oh, I don't want to draw too much attention.
Yes, we want to be low key.
Fog cloud, hide the ship.
Yeah, well, it's
coming from the ship. It's coming from wherever we are.
I mean, that's true. I could just do, 5 foot.
I guess it doesn't have to be titties.
Titties.
Does it have to be fireworks?
No.
No, but it's fun.
You see a red light of some kind. If you see that, it means take to the skies, and then I'll send in the future.
We'll also do the same then. If a red light seems to fire off into this fog, then we have moved to a safe distance.
Okay. Peanut has a sending stone on him. I have the other. In case I need to save my magics, but yeah. Okay.
I'll let you just leave with a simple small kiss. She'll pull you back.
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
Give Tango a big hug. And then try and give Vixie a big hug and be like, oh, we'll get there. Come on.
Okay. And you can descend from the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Then through the fog, across the beach, where you can hear the rustle of palms. It's a warm, humid air.
Take the jacket off. It's hot here.
It's fine.
This armor is so uncomfortable in this kind of heat.
Yeah.
I actually feel comfortable here.
You can hear the sounds of the city's docks in the distance, and the smell of the air is salty like the coast. But not unpleasant like the city yet, right? You're not close enough yet that you're experiencing city smells, but...
All right. Does this look like we're...
I mean, I think so.
And while you're all looking around in the fog, you'll catch a hint of the color of her hair. She is also a bit like she had written it down, and she's looking kind of lost now in the fog a little bit. Kind of.
Charlotte!
Ella!
We're all in the right place. Great.
Runs over to you. This is very dramatic.
Yeah, it's mysterious.
Right. Oh, if you did send a reply to Alla's last correspondence, we haven't received it yet because we've been...
In the air.
That's the word.
Not at Postmage.
Yep.
We gotta find a Postmage, and then I'll read it, and then we can talk about it.
Although...
Or you could just talk about it when you have time.
Or now. What's wrong with now?
Well,
It does seem a bit
depends
more...
what is in it.
Doesn't it seem a bit more intense, maybe, that we should talk now?
There we go.
Yeah, I guess. That
In
makes
particular,
sense. That makes sense.
The stuff about Elesio. Do you know this Elesio?
Oh, yeah. It's sort of our big question.
Roll insight.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so good at insight. 16.
Oh.
You know better than me. I rolled a
Should've
12.
put that ring of
Oh,
truth
shit.
telling
No, I
me.
do. I have proficiency in insight, so it's flirty 20.
Hey.
Nice.
Good, 'cause I only have a 10.
Sounded like Skipper. I only have a 10.
You cuddly boys.
She closes up a little bit, but notices you notice. It's my father.
Oh.
Shit, that could be awkward.
Well,
Why are we here? Alla, what is happening?
So, we recently confronted Zurge, who is the new god of unfettered progress that is just, he's kind of a dick. He's claiming a lot of, like, people worshiping him that don't even know who he is. He's just like, oh, they like progress. They're worshiping me. And it's like, you're no one to them. But he said something about, like, one of the, like, great minds of progress of the generation, and then someone suggested that maybe Who suggested maybe Himalayan? Was it Himalayan? Someone suggested like that his name might be up in the contenders.
No, Onovan extracted the name from Zurge in the dream.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, he's a potion master. You're a potion master. Maybe you've heard of each other. Did not expect. Well, we'd sort of thought of like, oh, what if they're related? But like, we were sort of hoping not. Because it was not clear whether this person is working with Zurge or whether they are not involved at all, but
or potentially being
manipulated by
or controlled directly. Whatever it is, they are intertwined with the will of Zurge, and it is not good.
Yeah, we're not coming here being like, this is the villain or anything. We're fact-finding.
We have identified the fulcrum of a great power and problem. And
what is your relationship with your father?
Strained. And he is unwell.
Oh. When did that start?
Kind of unwell.
Yeah, is that recent?
Between meeting you the first time.
Oh, crap.
Did you do something to my father?
No, we haven't even met your father. We only just learned about this like a week ago, and that week has been spent on a ship coming here.
Yep.
Literally, I wrote you the letter, the first letter, and then we learned the name, and then I wrote you the next letter.
Yeah.
And then we came here. Like, we have...
Yeah, no, that is precisely. Yeah, a week ago we were...
Virtually no information other than we got this name from Zurge, but we don't know how he's related, whether he's in thrall, whether
I
he's
stopped my own journey and travels, like I talked about with you, my dreams, to come back here because of him.
It appears so.
Was he in Portalis about a week ago, by any chance? Do you know? Is he here?
He's here now.
You have spoken with him here?
He does not speak.
He does not speak.
Like, currently or ever?
Currently.
Is he comatose?
Yes.
Oh! So, when did that start? About a week ago?
Days, yes.
Okay, well, I mean, I do healing. He goes in unconscious people's heads.
Does it look like this? And I'm going to use minor illusion to create a 5-foot-tall version of Zurge.
You have met him.
Nope.
You've met him before.
No.
That's how Zurge presented
Notice how
himself.
he's metal looking? Yeah, this is how we met Zurge. Originally, he was about 80 feet tall, and then the next time was in a dream, and he was a little below average height. About, short for a human man.
Charlotte's kind of short, too.
The last time...
Also, when Tango was...
Yes.
That's how she looked to herself in a mirror as well.
Yeah, and Onovan saw through Tango's memory.
Yeah.
He was the one who commanded her, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Or rather,
created.
that face, the person...
Yes.
Yeah.
He's created by magic. So that...
Wait, what?
So that all of us could do this kind of magic. Well, created. He understands it.
What do you mean?
He is created by magic.
No, he is how we understand it.
Who is?
Elesio Enerva. My father. Potion mastery, the way we do it.
Like, he created it? I thought...
Or understood it the best, and now
Innovator.
teaches others?
Avatar.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be why Zurge had interest in him.
Have you ever heard him mention the god Zurge?
No.
Have you ever seen this symbol? And I'm going to create a big, impactful version so I can read her reaction, and it's the triangle inside itself.
Yes, but that's the symbol of the factory.
What factory?
And she'll just kind of cross the sands a little bit, and then as you all walk with her through the fog, there's a huge billboard type thing set up that is the future site of the factory that starts with the PH and this symbol of the triangle.
You know what factory with a PH sounds a lot like? Phylactery.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was.
Yeah, you monster.
How does your father feel about the costs of progress? Like, is he concerned with the welfare of others, or just like, we will go forward no matter what?
He used to be, but that's why I left.
Sorry, what is this factory?
Potions. The factory.
They've torn down all this land here, all the trees that were here. They're going to build this facility where people would work and process and use this new form of magic. No one has to be inherently magical to do it. You can learn it, which is beautiful, I thought.
I mean, that is. It's also...
In an ideal world, but...
Yeah, well, I mean...
In an ideal ways, neither of which are happening here.
Yeah, it's also, like, I mean, I've heard of people doing this before. It's just always been a relatively minor...
The footprint of what this space is, it's hard to tell through the fog, but you can see that there are descriptions in this, like, board that's been posted about these plans, and it sort of indicates that this is one board of many that's been put across the beach here. Also, roll perception as you look over some of the other elements that are here on the board.
I mean, I like the idea that it's getting more popular. I always thought it was very nature-y, you know? Like, it's... So this is a concerning development.
I mean, the symbol is a very bad sign.
Yes. 17.
There's another little symbol and some other information on there that the property is all being supplied by the ladies of Greenfield.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, yeah, this is all not great. Hags paid for this. There's the ladies of Greenfield. They've been, like, funding stuff and getting involved in a lot of real estate.
Yeah, the real estate end of it. Okay. Ooh. Sorry.
Perhaps the land is cursed or hexed in some way.
I'm sure it is now, if it wasn't before. Did you...
Is that why he's sick then?
That we cannot say without seeing him.
I mean, I gotta feel like it's somehow related, but, I mean, can't confirm that or anything.
You didn't answer whether you had seen or heard him say anything about Zurge before?
I don't know the name.
Okay.
Anything about, like, a new god?
I didn't think we worshipped gods. He's never been particularly religious or...
Well, this kind of worship
about
wouldn't...
divinity.
This kind of worship wouldn't avail itself in the same way, but make no mistake, it is that.
Also, like we said, Zurge just sort of claims people's passion as worship of him, regardless of
Alan, you've
whether
been
they're-
on this mission to save love.
Yeah.
Will you destroy this god and then my father will be okay?
Well, we don't quite know how it works, but I mean, definitely, I want your father to be okay, and we'll do everything I can to, you know, my hope, given that he's in a coma and everything, is that he's sort of been co-opted for his skill and renown.
When did this idea...
I mean, I don't like that, but like, you know what I mean. I don't want...
Her, like, kind of a slight frame, and she, you know, is dressed in this light cloak, and you can watch her kind of pull it all closer. Well, just like, I knew when we needed to meet that it would be something dramatic, and the reason that I'm here is terrible, and the reason that you're on a mission is terrible. It would all be terrible.
It's not all
Well,
terrible.
it's
bad, but it isn't hopeless.
It's bad now, but the reason we're on the mission, the
reason we're here is to undo that terrible.
When
Right.
did the idea of this factory first come to your father? Have you heard about this for a long time? Is this a recent development? Did this all happen rather suddenly? Did he come into money? Is he hanging around new people?
He was applying for grants for a very long time, and then a sudden boon. In the last months.
Okay.
I mean, you said your relationship with him is strained, but has he started acting out of character for for himself before?
No, that is more recent.
The acting out of character, like more recent as in a couple weeks, or more recent as in a couple months, or I mean,
I don't know. It feels gradual to me. But I also left. But he always wanted the school to be bigger, better, and that he would move into the business of it is something I didn't understand. I like my small shop, and I'm not embarrassed.
but did he want it to be bigger and better to help just, give access to more people? Or did he want it to be bigger and better so that he could be in charge of more people? Did you ever get the feeling for either way? Because there's one thing about, I'm passionate about what I do and I want that information and skills to be available to more people versus...
When he wrote me before we met, not long before we met, he wrote me and said, "Come home. You must be a part of the factory, our legacy." That was not something I wanted at all. I don't want any of that. And then it was different. And then it was a descent. And then he was suddenly unwell.
I mean, okay.
But all of this cannot have happened overnight, and she looks
No.
like
No, I
to
mean-
the
No,
world.
there was. I think what happened was we defeated Haladon, and at that moment, Zurge pivoted to a backup plan. Backup plan being a more direct draw and an action on whatever designs he had regarding your father. I only think we're going to have to go see him, and you're going to have to jump inside his mind.
I am concerned.
Why?
Because if Zurge has been keeping the kind of eye on us he says he has been, then he knows that that is a thing that I can
Oh, yes, probably a trap.
It might be a trap.
I mean, also, if he's drawing directly to him, he is tied to. I mean, what was your? We can wait to talk about this another time. But what was your plan? You said you think you know how to kill a god.
Yes. And it was to kill him.
Shit.
Alessio?
Yes. Or to...
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Or to at least find some way to extract Zurge's influence out of him, which, if we ran out of options, would have had to have been done the hard way. But...
Is my father lost?
We don't know.
We don't know.
And I with this development, I cannot take that action lightly, and I won't make that call alone.
No.
People always have a chance for redemption if they choose it. Hopefully, it feels weird to say hopefully he's been corrupted, but as opposed to
I get what you're saying, though. Hopefully he's not secretly evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I've met paladins that can remove curses, but I've never been able to do it. That's a bit above.
Advanced.
We had it checked. He's not cursed.
Also,
okay.
Clerics have been by. All of the... He is if anything, more important to Yazmir than ever. When I came, there were already numerous people trying to care for him and understand it. And they have all come up empty.
We're gonna have to talk to some of these people as well, because are they coming up empty or are they choosing not to do anything? Because they're...
I mean, I doubt it's as simple as a curse. If this is the one person in this world who is the main source that Zurge is currently drawing from, then it's not just a curse, it's like a godly connection.
Why him?
Something to do with his factory progress at the cost. What is the cost of this? I mean, obviously,
This is a beautiful place.
So that, but is there anything that was going to happen that is now not going to happen in Yazmir because of this? Like a major development?
My understanding of this stuff is it involves a lot of like drawing power from nature and like plants and stuff, which, you know, it's very druid balancy, I always thought, but I guess could be taken to an extreme of like
I think so too, Adam.
scouring or like, you know.
When I do it, it's a small draw and it can stay in balance. But imagine thousands of people all at once doing it.
Yeah, I mean, thousands of people all at once doing any kind of magical draw on something sounds like a...
Yeah, that could be
crescendo.
Ravage the environment.
Okay, well...
I understand it that he isn't planning just one factory. Here is the first one to be built.
What, I haven't been here in like 20 years, so I don't really know. But I know there's also like schools for like alchemists and engineering and stuff. What have those changed recently? Like
They've
they
been
get
merging.
pretty. They get pretty toxic. You know, alchemists deal with some pretty dangerous things. And engineers, you know, they have a tendency. You know, you go to mines and stuff, and they can be pretty brutal on the environment around them.
They all want to come together.
Is there anyone else that has been leading this that he's been working with, or was he like the primary motivator of bringing everything together?
He is the person.
Yeah, okay. Was there like plans to create some form of social...
No.
No,
You're asking
no.
about protections for people?
Yeah, was there like housing for the poor or some sort of plans of things that have recently changed? That like the city of Yazmir was going to build a park and now instead we're doing this.
I think the whole city is doing this.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Progress at the cost.
And
where are they? I mean, obviously they're putting it here, but are they expanding into other places? Like
the plans show that they could build these all over.
all over the city or all over the world?
The world.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
my father told me the factory might make potions and magic items, but that it would sell hope.
Hope isn't a thing that should become modified.
Yeah. Comfortable with that. Well, I think
Make things at a scale that provided it for everyone. But I like my little craft version of things, and maybe it costs more when I do it, but I care, and I stay in balance.
I think we have to go and meet your father, even if he is unconscious, and check his workplace and talk to the clerics that have been, you know, checking on him to see if they can heal him, because if they're corrupted as well, they could just be not doing anything or actively making it worse.
Why don't you just call the god and kill it?
Because we are not that powerful yet. We do know that we need to go to the Feywild, that's involved somehow. Just like the moons, the Feywild is losing its color. That is where Maress is, and the problems with love are coming from.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of whatever actions we take next, I think we have to go see your father.
Yeah, this...
What if we take him out of the city and bring him somewhere else, and maybe he'll just recover and get better?
Is it this place?
It's not a bad idea.
We could try it.
Yeah.
It's a start, at least.
Could save him?
My goal is to save him. That is, my goal is always to save and give people the chance at redemption.
Yeah, we should look to see also, before we take him out of here and leave this
Can he
place.
come on board the ship? And we could leave with you.
That is not our call to make, unfortunately. I want to roll insight on her.
We got a ship in a bottle if we wanted to get on the water.
Yeah, we could do that.
Oh, fucking yuck. I rolled a 2 for 6.
We're going to have to look through all of Elesio's correspondence. Well, he's on.
Yeah, we gotta get a feeling for if there's like a dramatic change in ideology, like he sort of was, someone leaning in a direction that was then corrupted, kind of like Tango, right? Like Tango does care about how her stuff affects other people, but is also always wanting to push the bounds, and she was
Yeah, no, he's definitely
corrupted.
been corrupted. It's, I just think it's more direct.
I can bring him here with some support.
Wait, do you have a problem with us going to where he is?
I don't know if a problem is the right word.
Do you think that we'll encounter a barrier? Will someone try to prevent us from seeing him?
There's just so many other people there.
Who?
All of the members of the academy and the college.
I like to cast
the government.
Thoughts. I'm not going to dive in, though.
Okay. The surface level thoughts are actually a level of listening to your thoughts, all three of you. Oh, sorry. One creature within 60 feet. Allah.
Wait, of detect thoughts, you mean?
No. This detect thoughts is picking up someone also the energy of surface level thoughts of reading Allah's thoughts.
Yeah, she's casting detect thoughts on Allah right now.
Ah, you can move it.
Not this one.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I can.
It's not detect thoughts.
Oh, okay. Ala, did you guys, you first met
in Rake
through Hammerlane, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she took us to
Right.
the cup.
Yeah.
Hammerlane introduced us.
Yeah, you gave us food and stuff. So it's not like a deep-seated, so you don't know each other incredibly well. Okay.
Is that like intensity of connection of like the momentous pressure and stuff? Sometimes like just situations cause to like we've all not actually known each other for that long. Like
indeed.
Honestly, I've known Charlotte for what, 5 or 6 days less time than I've known you guys.
Oh, yes, but we've spent a whole hell of a lot more time together.
Yeah, but it's the same kind of like, by the time we met Charlotte, we were all like, almost family sort of thing. I'm just saying, like, these crazy...
I'll give it to her. I'll give it.
Very actively all of Alla's thoughts, as though there is a frantic pace to keep up. And then you hear as Charlotte repeats the things to confirm them.
Oh, interesting. He's reading her mind. Charlotte's thoughts. He's detecting her thoughts, who she's detecting your thoughts, and is relaying them to someone else, apparently.
Oh.
But we don't
No, she's just detecting your thoughts and is keeping up, which means that she is reading your thoughts to pretend to be who she says she is.
Wait, didn't you just say relaying those thoughts?
No.
I thought you just said the words relaying those thoughts. Okay. We don't know this yet. He hasn't communicated.
It's she's not using she's not using detect thoughts. She's using read thought.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because the point of her magic is that she isn't magical, so it's either got a scroll, is not her,
or an object, or is not
is
her.
a potion.
Right? Yeah.
Which I don't know.
Yeah. I say. Actually, I don't say anything. I just. I say, well, I will need to ponder this here. Give me just a moment. And I touch my ring to my lips and close my eyes. I'm gonna have a conversation with Nox.
Interesting.
Whatever happens, I'm here for you.
Alla, help us. I think you need to help us get out of here. She will continue that with Alla.
Oh, I'm gonna quickly send a message to Alla.
Oh, no. Go.
I don't know. You didn't tell me anything.
I know.
I'm going to say to Alla, I don't like this sudden insistence on getting out of here and on board the ship.
I mean, it's understandable, isn't it?
As this continues, you open up for Nox.
I say, there is someone in front of me, and you are going to tell me who she really is.
What do I get?
I'll tell you what you get, Nox. You get me continuing on my quest as it is. You don't get me taking a very sudden and immediate detour to the realm of the elves that they may extinguish your presence from this ring.
Elves.
Yes, I've heard you're quite the fan. So?
I like doppelgangers more than I like elves.
Not a changeling, then?
No.
You would know.
I would know. Bound here.
I can't tell.
Changelings recognize each other.
Game recognized game, as it were. I say, well and good. Thank you.
Thank you. As you end the confirmation from from Nox that this is not Charlotte at all. We leave our episode!
Oh, shit. Okay.
Thank you, everybody. Oh, look at your face, Al. Are you okay?
Wow, I'm just like, because your message would have gone to Charlotte.
I know. Yeah, but I didn't know that she was reading your mind.
No, I mean, when you made the arrangements for us to be here, when you cast message, it wouldn't go to the wrong person.
Sending. Yes.
Oh, sorry, sending.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't go to the wrong person.
Nope. No.
So,
Yeah, there's
where do they have her?
That was a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
And he's only been in a coma for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Dice Unfolded.
Dice Unfolded!
Sign up for Patreon and watch us ramble and scramble.
Let's talk about it. We'll see you all in the next episode of Altero's Eat, Slay, Love. When you roll the dice, you make the magic happen. Bye, everybody!
Fuck off.
Oof, let's go.